In what you say, uh, maths, you must have read about mass and volume, especially. What is
Yes,
volume?
ma'am.
What is volume?
Volume is the capacity of something.
Volume is the capacity. Fine. See, anything which occupies space and has mass is called as matter. Okay, what I said?
Anything that occupies space and has
Any
mass.
object in the world which occupies space and has mass is called as matter. If I say in common language, anything which has mass and volume, instead of occupies space, I would say it as volume because it means the same thing. Got it? Okay. Now let us discuss the examples of matter. Can you tell me any example of matter you know?
I'm like we are also matter because we also occupy space. And I'm like the things around us like a table or
Definitely.
anything
Very
else.
good.
I'm like a chair or a pen because
Okay,
we
now let me
also.
ask you a question. Is air a matter?
Yes, ma'am.
How?
Because air also occupies space.
Yes, very good. Yeah. So this chapter, actually, you are in ninth class, so you are very new to physics and chemistry and bio, right? Till eighth class, everything is just one science, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know what is physics, what is chemistry, and what is bio?
Uh, and like physics is related to the aspects, ma'am, like friction and
Okay. In
force.
eighth class, you have done the chapter force and pressure,
Yes,
friction,
ma'am.
right?
Yeah,
Sound. You
physics.
did sound also.
Yes, ma'am.
So everything that is surrounding us, which we can feel, like forces and all, that comes under physics. Done. Chemistry. What is chemistry now?
I'm in chemistry. Ma'am, we usually study about the chemical thing, the chemical related things and the reactions,
Very good. The chemical nature, what it is made
like
up of,
the
what is
metals.
yes, metals, non-metals, atoms, molecules. You must have heard of that. That is
Yes, ma'am.
chemistry. Then comes biology. Biology, everyone knows, right? Biology. Bio means life. Logy means
Yes,
study.
ma'am.
Wherever the word logy
Studying the
comes,
life.
now, study of life is biology. Okay. So these are the three branches. In chemistry, I started with the first chapter of chemistry. In your ninth class, there are just 4 chapters in chemistry, beta. Okay. Generally, what they do, first to come in the half yearly exams, the rest to come in the final examinations. Whatever it be, the first 2 chapters, they are related to each other. First one is matter in our surroundings. Second one is matter around us pure. So both of them are based upon matter. So that is why we started with what is matter.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Third and fourth chapter, they are about atoms, the structure of atom and the atoms and molecules. Actually, the third and fourth chapter are the basis of your 10th class because that helps a lot in the 10th class.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, fine. I will not be reading each and every line. I will just make you understand what is chemistry. Chemistry is very, very interesting. If you try to understand that, don't mug up, just try to understand. You must have seen some cartoons where they talk about Panch Tattva. Have you heard of that? Is it
Yes,
not
ma'am. I've heard about
Prithvi,
the word.
Prithvi, Agni, Vayu, Jal? They say like that. Have you see over here? I'm just highlighting. Can you see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
See, early Indian philosophers, what they did, they classified the matter in the form of 5 basic elements. Earlier, the matter classification was done, what you say in 5 parts, that was air, earth, fire, sky, and water. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
According to them everything, whether it was living or non-living, they were made up of these 5 elements. But now the classification of matter has changed. Okay, we classify matter based upon physical properties, it is different. Based upon chemical properties, it is different. Classification of matter, that is that the can say dealt in the second chapter. We will not do it over here. I'm just making you an introduce to this chapter, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, the first topic is physical nature of matter. As you said, we all are matter. My question is, what is matter made up of? Can you guess what is matter made up of?
Ma'am, it is made up of particles.
Very good. And those particles are called as atoms and molecules.
Molecules.
Yeah, our body, even our body. If we talk about cell, the first chapter of biology is cell.
Yes, ma'am.
In that chapter, they will teach you that your body is made up of cells. Cells are made
It
up of
is the
cell
basic
membrane.
structural unit of life.
Yes, and those cells, they are themselves made up of carbon atom, nitrogen atom, oxygen atom. So ultimately, as if now, if we say that okay, building is having flats, flats is having walls, walls is having bricks. Ultimately, bricks are made up of mud. Got it? The same thing for us. We are made up of cells. And what are cells made up of?
They're made up of
Atoms like
atoms.
carbon, atoms and molecules. So ultimately, we say that matter is made up of particles called atoms and molecules. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now see what they're telling you over here. For a long time, if I see over here, can you see this?
Yes, ma'am.
Earlier, it was thought that matter is continuous. It is not made up of particles called atoms and molecules. For a long time, two schools of thought prevailed regarding the nature of matter. One school believed matter to be continuous. It was like a block of wood. Other thought was like, no, it is made of particles. So how it was proved? There was, see, we are dealing with chemistry. Chemistry means experiments. Okay. So experiments were done. For example, can you see this activity?
Yes, ma'am.
This activity you're doing most of the times at your home. You take water, you dissolve salt or sugar in that. The salt and sugar disappears.
Yes, ma'am.
Obviously, they mix it into each other. Where do they go?
They
Where do they
mix with the
disappear?
water.
They mix, no? They are mixing. Why? Because the particle of one matter has mixed with the particle of the other matter. If it would have been continuous, it would not have mixed, right? So this is the activity. Suppose the generally question comes, prove that matter is made of particles. So you have to do this activity. Just tell them, take a beaker, fill it half with water, dissolve some salt and sugar. We would say the level of the water, if earlier it was 10 ml, the level later on would be 10 ml only. You added a teaspoonful of sugar or salt, the level of water didn't change. Why? Because this spoon or this sugar or salt, it occupied the space between the particles of matter. This shows that water is not continuous, it is made up of particles, hence proved. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Can you see this diagram? They have shown you that particles of water, they are magnified millions times, they're adding salt. Can see?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Are you doing NCRT in this school or there's some other book like Lakshmi Singh and all? Some schools follow those books also.
Ma'am, we are doing NCRT, but we do a bit of Lakshmi Singh also.
Okay. See, whatever I would teach you from that also. Okay. It's not just NCRT only. I would introduce to the Lakshmi Singh also. Now, this part is done. Physical nature of matter is done. Matter is made up of particles is done. Those particles are called as atoms and molecules is done. Question is, how small are these particles of matter? Now we are going to do the characteristics of particles of matter. Means what do particles of matter show? What are the characteristics they are showing? So first characteristics, there are total four characteristics, beta. First characteristic is the particles of matter are very, very small. What I said?
The particles of matter are very